how are you feeling? Race day here today. What's the feeling coming into today?
I'm feeling good. We've been working quite a bit on the car. This weekend hasn't been an easy one, especially Friday, and the sprint race has been difficult. Yesterday in qualifying, I didn't do the job. In Q3, I did a mistake, unfortunately. So we are starting P6 a bit further away than what we had hoped for. But I really believe that the car is in a better place compared to the sprint race. So I think today we can be looking ahead and come back in the front.
We saw in the sprint yesterday that start you had was pretty good. I watched the onboard this morning. You know, what was that? You know, did you have a better launch? Was it sort of just initially getting going? Was the tyres better on the rear? What was the reason for you just getting off the line so well?
No, I think it was more the positioning in turn 1, 3, 4. We gained a position every corner basically in 1, 3 and 4. So the launch in itself was good, but was not special. I think Pierre on the left on the grid had a bad launch, so we could overtake him straight from the start, then around the outside of Esteban in turn 1, and then fight it with Perez until turn 4 and managed to get in front. So that's exactly what we need to do today, and then P3 after the start and targeting ahead. But realistically, I think the McLaren and the Red Bull have a bit more pace in race pace today. The fight is a bit more with Mercedes, but a podium is possible.
Exactly, and obviously it's a sprint weekend this weekend. You know, obviously off the back of in the middle of a triple header as well. How do you find the sprint weekends? Are they quite chaotic? You know, behind the scenes with all the guys and going through all the data, etc. after each session, or do you quite like the racing and the extra qualifying?
I like it. I think as a driver, the Friday is normally quite boring. We've got FP1, FP2, where there's not much to gain. Of course, you can work on the car and change the car, but yeah, it's just there's not much to gain. So in sprint races, you've got straight away the qualifying on the Friday afternoon, and that makes it quite exciting. But it's also very tricky to get it right, because if you start the Friday on the wrong foot and with the wrong setup, then to recover it's very tricky, which is a little bit what happened to us unfortunately this weekend.
And going back to the race today itself, you know, management's going to be a big point today, isn't it? You know, the temperatures are a lot higher than we're used to at the moment. 7 of the corners, you use the left-hand side of the tyre, you turn right most of the time. How is that management on the outside of the tyres? Is it quite difficult to manage around here, or is it usually, you know, you should be okay on the left side?
No, it's a very difficult track to manage the tyres properly. Obviously, there are only 2 left-hand corners, and all the rest is our right-hand corners. So you can push a lot more in the left-hand corners than what you can in the right-hand corners, because you've got to take care of your left-hand tyres. So there's quite a lot of management. Yesterday was the case, and it's also even more so difficult whenever you are behind cars, because you lose a lot of grip being behind people. But again, we've changed quite a lot the car since yesterday, mostly to try and gain a little bit more grip mechanically in the race, to keep those tyres for longer in the race. So it's looking a bit better than what it looked like before the sprint race.
Perfect. I hope we're going to get that in the race today as well. Final question for myself. I know you have a very special relationship with Andrea. I wanted to touch on. You know, he's one of the guys that's been with you since the start of your Formula career through GP3. How is that bond with him? Does he sort of relax you before you get in the car? Is there sort of stuff you do with him that really, you know, makes you perform on the track?
I mean, he's great. Andrea and I have been working together since 2015, I think. First races in 2014 and then 2015. He's my trainer, for people that don't know about him. And other than being a trainer, I think he's also a friend and a part of my family now, because we are spending so much time together. We are going to all the races together, but also outside races. We train every day together. So he's basically the person I see most in my life, more than my girlfriend or my family. So you've got to have a very good relationship, which we do. And we train very hard, and over the years also you build that experience of what we need to do in order for me to be the best straight when I'm in the car. And also the feeling, you know, when are the moments where he can come to me and speak about something, or when it's moment to leave me alone to focus and to be in my own bubble. So we've got this experience now, but it's obviously going very well.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Charles. It's a pleasure having you here today. Please give me a round of applause and good luck to you.